Hello, 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 everybody. I thought I would pop on a few minutes early because I was seeing the SOSs that were going on here. So I definitely wanted to take the opportunity to just have us all take a deep breath and not let fears run away because that will, not end well for any of us. We go out of our minds and do crazy things when we're in fear. So I also was pulling angel cards, and this angel card popped up, which said "relax." So it's like, yes, let's. There's a lot of things going on in the world. Evidently, it looks like that are coming about, but it says there's plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light, flowing from the eternal heart of God. I, your guardian angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on what is most important in life, which is love. So, hello, hello, everybody. I just want to have everyone, if we can, just connect to this beautiful, unconditional love that's in our heart and just send it out to the world right now. It evidently there's some activity going on, militarily wise, and all this type of stuff. We do have Mars and activating with that Aries full moon on Sunday. So that does bring in kind of this energy, you know, which is, one of aggressiveness and that type of stuff. So, with whatever's going on here, if it's just an act of, flexing muscles or preparation or really something's going on. One of the biggest things I've learned in life is that when I worry about what's going on in the outside world, all that worry and all that attention I'm putting to it usually isn't helpful much at all. It usually just, makes me sick or, uh, puts me in fear and makes me anxious and all that. So one of the things that, helps is realizing that I'm either going to get through this moment, or I'm not. And in either case, I'm going to be fine. You know, when you believe in afterlife and that this is an illusion of life and this is this, wonderful, adventure, that this isn't who we really are. It's just a character we're playing on a stage. Whatever happens is going to be for our highest good. We can trust the love of the universe. We can trust the actions of the universe. And it's just to come back to the heart. The only thing that we can do about anything that's going on in the world is love. Because I was pulling cards, the Two of Cups came up, which is all about each moment is either about unconditional love of the higher world or of these fears of conditional love and the fears of the human world. And whatever we focus on is what expands. So the biggest thing that we can do, is just send love into the world. Because the more people that send love into the world, the less it impacts the whole collective of the entire energy of the entire planet. And so if we're putting more fear into the world, we're just adding to the conflict instead of sending love to the world. It helps, calm it. And I even read somewhere that one person expressing unconditional love into the world makes up for like 700,000, negative energies or lower vibrational energies. So the impact that we can make with sending, love to the world is an amazing thing. So I know it's sometimes hard to do that, but it's like take deep breaths, come out of fear, come back to now, and try to send as much love as we can, to send that out there. So thank you guys for sending as much love as you can into the world right now. I know it needs it. I'm sure a lot of people are freaking out a little bit about, things being activated, people flying into Ukraine, and all those kind of stuff that Chaos was mentioning there. And uh, you know, I always just say, when in doubt, just love. Love is the answer to every concern and question. So just send love, send love, send love. So I am going to go ahead and still connect to spirit. For a moment, I was starting to get pulled into fear myself, and then I was shuffling all the cards, preparing for the reading, and I felt the presence of the angels and creator and spirit, and they calmed my bohiny down. And so we are here sitting in love, ready to bring messages of love from above. So I didn't shuffle this one here. We did get the death card popping out here, which I know it's like, no, which is all about transformation, rebirth. So again, whatever's happening is unfolding for us here, always, and I love that. Thank you, Loyal to Lauren, for being my first like. And yeah, if you haven't given me a thumbs up on this video right now, I appreciate just that reminder to ask you to do so if you feel so inclined. It does help out my channel. And we will go down the list here. Anjali, you were first, and you were asking if Satish has good intentions towards you toward their next actions towards you. So let's take a look here. I do have the True Heart Tarot this evening. I kind of feel drawn to that there for you. Let's take a look. If this is our last moment on Earth, I'll see you on the other side in a few minutes. It's like, we worry. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado, which is where NORAD is, and that's actually not where they do the nuclear stuff anymore. It's actually at another base, but it's known for that. It's like, hey, this is where I want to be. If the world's gonna, anything's gonna happen, I want the bomb to fall right on me, and then it's instant and over. I don't want to be a survivor like they have in all those zombie movies and the apocalypse movies. I'm like, no, I'll watch it from the audience with popcorn. Thank you. But we ask ourselves, what do we fear? What do we really fear, right? All right, Anjali, let's take a look at Satish. What are their intentions towards you with their next actions? Okay. Okay, thank you. So your first card is the King of Cups, which is all about emotions and balancing emotions. I'm going to see what this other card is here too. Three of Wands. So I kind of see here, I kind of feel like they're tossing a cup, and Three of Wands is about change of direction and change of mind. So there is an emotional change that's happening here for him. But it is a change of direction. It's not what was happening before. So I think the intentions are, they don't feel like mean or, intentionally hurtful, but I feel like there's this change that's going on in their lives, and they're making choices. He had two cups in his hands, and he's like getting rid of one and really focusing in on this specific one here. Let me see what else they'll add to that there, because the change of direction, let me ask, is the change of direction towards you or away from you? Can you tell us that, please? Okay. The Six of Pentacles, which the Six of Pentacles is about this giving and receiving, and it's my codependency awareness card too. So let me see. Let me get a little more clarification on here. Okay, thank you. So you got the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, and also the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia, looking back on past memories and past things going on too. So there's all this emotion that's going on with them. I feel like they're doing a lot of um, reflection into the past, um, and in how they're looking at like what their emotions are and what they want in life too. So it just feels like they're in this emotional place where they're making a bunch of emotional choices and doing a lot of inner reflection. Yeah. So they are moving into a higher love. They're really looking for um I just feel like they have all this stuff going on inside that they just feel like almost like a whole lot of things in their life haven't been fulfilling just everywhere. And I feel like they're just in this slump where they're looking on the inside and they're trying to decide what they really want out of life. So it's like the intentions towards you aren't really towards you. It's like he's making choices for himself. And it's kind of like he's been so emotionally spread so many different directions that he's like, I'm wanting to focus on me. And I kind of feel like that's what he's looking for. He's trying to understand what it is he truly wants in life and what's going to make him happy. I don't feel like he's made any decisions. I feel like he's still in this inner thingy there. So I sorry that they don't have much more plan. See, so you're is he planning anything? I'm not um seeing anything with that yet. I think he's still like up in the air. He's just doing a lot of internal stuff. So I don't feel like none of the swords cards came up, which would be about his mind and what he's looking at in life and anything like that. It's just all emotional. It's like emotional reflection. Six of Cups, looking over the past. Ten of Cups. Usually, Ten of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, but with everything else, it just felt like he's kind of like, what would make me happy? And the Ace of Cups is about searching for a higher love that he's not finding out in the outside world. So I kind of feel like he's just at that point there. So that's what they have for you right now. Chaos, I'm gonna like put all of your questions together here because I know you have concerns. So we'll well let's pull some cards for what the heck's going on in the world and what they would like you to know around that. Because collectively, I think is that's going to be a huge energy because everyone has something else going on. But it's like I think for you, we'll pull cards specifically for you. I feel like I do want to pull from the Blue Messiah reading cards. Let's see what they have to say. Just about Mama's concerns about both her, military baby out there, but also just everything that it's bringing back, of course, like you said, with 9/11. And I know you're in the military. So there's just all this underlying emotion that's there. So let's take a look here. What would you like Miss Chaos to know? All right. Well, it's kind of what I was talking about. So I like that. Self love, focus on your inner love. Connect above, bring the love in, send the love out. Open right up to it, too. And it says, the deeper you love yourself, the more the universe will affirm your worth. Love is the universal language throughout the cosmos. Aligned with the creative process of manifestation, it is the living energy that moves through everything. Self love is the key to unlocking the power of universal love. The more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to feel love from others. By seeing your value, knowing your worth, and embracing the many aspects of yourself, the universe reflects back to you the love that is in your heart. By having this unconditional love and deep acceptance for yourself, you transform into a powerful source of magnetic energy that attracts opportunities, prosperity, and divine relationships. Not only does self love increase your magnetic power, it also physically impacts your health. By sending loving thoughts to your body, you create amazing shifts on a molecular level and boost your body's immune system. Are there any areas within you that could do with more love, dear one? If yes, it's time to increase your levels of love to these areas with understanding and compassion. Go now and shower yourself with love, and the universe, in turn, will shower its infinite blessings back to you. And the chakra this deals with, of course, is the heart chakra. And an exercise that says, look in the mirror and tell yourself how much you love you. Love and acceptance from others starts with love and acceptance of you. And the affirmation for the card, the light in my heart continues to expand as I continue to unconditionally love all aspects of myself. So, yeah. So, when asking about all the stuff that's going on in the world and everything else, they're pushing you back to your heart and about self love. And like I was talking about at the beginning, that's all we can do is focus on the love here, fill it up, and let it flow out to the world, and let love be the answer to every question, every concern, everything that's going on out there. And I know it can be hard, but that's why things like this happen in our lives, though, too, because it's our training ground to put things into practice. And even if it's like 1 minute self-love, 1 minute panic, and it's like breathe, 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 another minute of self-love and another minute of panic, breathe, breathe, breathe. It becomes 2 minutes and then 1 minute and then 3 minutes and 1 minute and then 10 minutes and 1 minute, and we grow that muscle of choosing love in the moment as well. Yeah, so it's just breathing and breathing and breathing. And then you wanna know what's coming towards you in your career or education-wise too. So let's take a look. I'm just gonna pull a couple cards on that, and then we'll continue moving down the list. Thanks, guys, for being here. I really appreciate you so much, the love that you're putting out into the world right now. I feel very calm and peaceful right now. So let's see here. What's coming towards you with your career or education? Okay. I'm using the Runic Tarot. Yeah, and you got the 7 of Cups. So you have a lot of choices coming up here, which we knew already, right? So you've got like all this stuff, all these different, all these different cups to choose from. I love this though that it's showing. See if I can get it to focus here. There it goes. It's a little baby in the middle. And I feel like it's returning back to your child self, what like dream do you have? What's your dream? What do you want to do? What makes your heart sing? I feel like there's so many choices, and how do we know which one to choose out of them all? It's how do I want to uniquely express my unconditional love to the world? What's going to make my heart sing? What am I going to wish when I'm on my, I'm 125 years old because they have this, new stuff in the future. And I'm looking back over my life going, what would I wish I had have done with my life? And it's like, uh, did I want more order? Did I want more money? Did I want more this? No, I wanted to do and live what I wanted to live. And I feel like that's what they're nudging you to is you have all these choices and everything, and whittling them out is finding what would bring you joy. In fact, I think one of the ones that you had all the career stuff was an Ace of Cups, which is all about how do you want to express unconditional love to the world? And you can do that in any job. It's because you're in it and you're loving it and you're sharing your love with people as you're doing it. Whereas if you're doing something you hate, you're probably that employee or that person that people interact with. Like, that grocery store clerk that hates their job. You can think of them right now because you're like, hey, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Or they don't respond to you and you're like, oh, you don't like your job, do you? But then you have these people that just love it. They like their line is the longest because they're just this bright joy, and I kind of feel like that's what they want you to choose. So All right. Divine goddess, you are next. I do want to go to the true heart intuitive to start off and just see the general reading for the coming months for you. So let's take a look. And then Aditi, hello, hello. I am doing very well. You will be next. And Angelina, hello, hello. You'll be next after that. Hey, rock star. All right, Divine Goddess. Reading for the coming months. Okay. What else, please? Okay. It was funny. I was about to say, when I'm doing future readings, if they all come up, the death card, then we know that what's happening. And then the tower card came up, and I was like, oh, crap. But that's good. This is that things are being removed out of your life for you to make room for new things coming in. And we had other good cards after it too. So that's why I didn't say anything right away. I was like, oh, because you have the Seven of Discs, which the Seven of Discs does tell you that, what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And so it is about patience, that things are going to be unfolding. You will see fruition of things unfold in your life. It's just about, it all takes time, patience with what's unfolding. Because you do have both a prince and a princess that popped up here. You have the Princess of Discs, which would be the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot, which means new opportunities, higher opportunities, like moving up in different areas of your life. And you have the Prince of Cups, which would be the Knight of Cups. And the knights are representation of action and movement. So there is, and it's about heart. And also, knights are always on a quest, and this one is in the quest for the Holy Grail, for the higher love, for the chalice, which is the unconditional love, from up above. And so there is emotional movement. There is new opportunities that are going to be coming in your future. They're just saying, just be patient. The fruit is coming. Just the last thing that appears is the fruit on a tree. It doesn't start off a fruit on the ground and then the tree grows around it. The tree grows, the roots grow, it comes, it grows, the branches come, the leaves come, and then the fruit. So they're saying that just know that, there is a change coming, that it is positive, it is for you, it's going to bring new opportunities. It's just, realize whatever gets removed out of your life opens up these opportunities, because if something happens and it's like, oh no, it's like, no, it's opening up this whole new road for you. So I do like that for you. Kind of feel like I want to pull another card here from one of these decks, and they are drawing me to the Power of Surrender deck for you. So let me just pull a quick card from there too. All right. So let's take a look here. What else for Divine Goddess, please? You got Surrender to Prayer. There it goes. And that says, give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So, yeah, definitely ask for their assistance, and especially if you're going through a tower moment where things are shaking and being removed out. If you're like, help, I need your guidance, they'll remind you, you have stuff coming. This is happening for you, not happening to you, and we're going to have this unfold. In these new things are going to be, which I like that Page of Pentacles, because it's not only just new, but it's an upgrade. It's like, oh, my flight was canceled, but they rescheduled the flight and they automatically gave you first class instead of, putting you back in the regular class. So you're like, oh, okay. I'm glad my flight was canceled. That one was canceled, and I get to have this instead. So that's what I feel for you there, Divine Goddess. All right, DT, I am doing great. I don't know about you guys, but I am having really extreme, beautiful Aries full moon dreaming. So uh, it's been great. I don't feel like I sleep. I feel like I have dreamt all night, which by this, I kind of do that anyway, full moon, new moon, whatever. Well, let's take a look here and see what your angel has for your current situation. Yeah, Dale, it sounds like you might be picking up all that energy too, right? All right. So, Aditi, what would your angels like you to know about your current situation, please? Okay. Okay. What else? Okay. All right. So you did get 3 cards. The first one that popped up here is the Magician card, which this does tell you that you have more power in the situation than you realize, that you get to really, whatever you're investing your energy in the moment is what is going to become to fruition. It's what's going to manifest, because this is that power. It's not about sitting back waiting for other people to make decisions for you and different things like that. It's like I get to decide what I want in my life, and I'm either going to focus on gratitude and what I want in my life and grow that, or I'm going to focus on, what I don't want in my life and what's missing, and that expands instead. So they're like really grasp into your power there, you know. Because then you have the Chariot card, which is all about your power of choice, whatever you focus on. It's telling you that you get to choose in each moment whatever's happening, what emotion you want to feel as you go through it, and what story that you put to the situation too. And that with that Magician and that Chariot together, it's the really saying, I mean, this is you. You're holding the whip and the power and the staff and everything. So you are the one that gets to decide what is growing in the moment by your power of choosing. Yeah. And then you have the Seven of Swords. So this is asking you to look at your thoughts and your beliefs of what you have, and what of your thoughts are deceiving yourself. What deceptive little whispering of your, ego self, your shadow self is saying things like, that's the one that tells us we're not worthy, or they're out to get you, or boo, 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 boo. It's like all those little whispers. How sometimes they have the angel and the devil on your shoulder. It's the devil going, "Rah, da, 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 da," and so they're wanting you to look at those thoughts and those beliefs and realize, okay, what am I fearing? What am I fearing in this situation? That's the little whisper that's going on in there for you. So that's what they want you to know, that you are in a powerful place than you realize with that. So I do like that. All right. Let me keep on going down the list here. If you guys have additional questions, please pop them down below, and we will be sure to check that out. All right. Sorry, it skipped forward. Let me just scroll back up to where I was. All right. Okay, there was a DT, and Angelina, you are next. How will you recognize your forever person, and how will he be? Let me take a look here. I do want to use these little everyday tarot for that. So we're going to take a look here and see what they have to say. Hey, SDA, Stacy. Healing Zone, welcome, welcome. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you guys are hanging in there. Rockstar, you will be next. Hey, NG. And then Healing Zone, you'll be next. And then NG, you'll have yours next. All right. So let's take a look here. Angelina, how will you recognize your forever person? Okay. Okay. Too funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is going to be not what you expected, but we'll get a clarification here. So you have the King of Wands, which the King of Wands is the highest energy, spiritual energy that you can feel, which is the higher realm, your higher self. Then you have the Two of Pentacles, which is all about the balancing of the heavens with the earth. And then you have the Strength card, which is all about your higher self with that infinity symbol hugging your human self. And so your higher self is being hilarious by saying your forever person is your higher self. And that's the one that you get all your love from, the love that you're really looking for. It's from in here. And so they're saying, why are you trying to cheat on me with someone else? I am your love. I am that. And so they're saying that. Now I know what you really are asking, which we're going to clarify now, is what individual, what divinely appointed relationship is the most impactful one in your life, this person that you are going to spend a lot of your life with, and how will he be? So that's what we're going to clarify. In fact, I'm going to grab another deck that they want me to grab. I'll be back 2 seconds. Sorry, I know that was more than 2 seconds. I didn't put the cards back where I normally have them. So we have these archetype cards that I really love, and we're going to use those to find out the description of the person for you. All right. So here we go, Angelina. We want to know what's this person, this other person. Okay. What are they going to be like? Okay. Wow. So they give you a lot here. So let's get these all flipped over here. Okay. So I like this about him. Now, I'm going to show you these three, and these are things that they've gone through. So they have the wounded child, they have this avenger, the saboteur, and so this is the experiences they had when they were younger, and because they were so wounded, that's that vengeance and that saboteur. Like I just feel like their whole like interactions and family relations were so manipulative. I kind of have like this Game of Thrones where people were just, it's like the family was trying to kill one another, not literally, but they were just like all out for themselves and throwing each other under the bus. And, it just felt like a horrible, horrible thing that they were growing up with. But uh, this eternal child here brings in this healing, this brightness, this um, transformation that happens because he also is this king, which shows this power, this enlightenment, this change that happened. It's like a young prince who had to survive going through all this stuff to eventually, because he's learned so much and he's so strong and he's dealt with all that stuff, he didn't, push it all down. He's really dealt with a lot of it. He's really in this strong, strong place because he also is this pioneer. So he has this imagination. He has this, because of what he went through, he just feels like he can really do things. He doesn't feel, he had to survive and fight for his dreams and in his life when he was younger, that he just feels like anything is possible. He's like, if I could get through that, I can get through anything. And he just has really wide open eyes and wide open imagination and wanting to change things. He wants to be a pioneer and not have things be what they were going to be. And he also has the guide card, which really shows me with that king card too, with everything that he's been through, that people do come to him. He's a guide for people. People really honor his advice because he is successful and he's logical, but he's like, because he had to grow up in that environment, he's very aware of his surroundings. And so he's really in tune as well. So it's like that wonderful balance between heart and mind. I really feel like that King of Cups energy where, they both understand the emotions, but they also understand the mental side of things. So really balanced. I really like that. And as far as where you're going to meet him, I'm just going to pull one card for that. Thank you guys for your patience as I go through the list here. So, how will you recognize them? Well, you'll recognize them by those things. So, the Seven of Wands shows, like, I kind of feel like you'll be in a situation where um, they are, I don't know, like, I want to say like a speaking engagement. Like they're standing up in front of people, they're presenting things, and I feel like you're in the audience. Like this is you down here, and you're like, wow, because look at you, like, wow, look at the lightning. It's just like, and you're just like, I really like them. And I feel like that's what's going to happen is you're going to be in the audience of something that they're presenting, and that's going to be like this spark, this interest, and then you're going to go up to them afterwards and just introduce yourself, and they're going to be like, well, hi. And I feel like that's where you start this introduction, that's where you actually meet them. So I like that for you. All right, so that is what they have for you. I'm going to continue going down the list here. All right, rock star, you are up. And you go, how does the person you met recently feel about you at this time since you met? All right, let's look at the True Heart Intuitive Tarot and see what emotions come through there for you. All right, so Rockstar, let's see. This person that you met recently, how do they feel about you? Okay, 2 cards. Anything else? Okay. So 2 cards. Wow. Okay. So you got both the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups. And I feel like with this message that's coming through is, let me see if I can get that to focus a little better. Maybe there it goes. So I see three cups standing up that were not bringing anything, right? And now here's this Ace of Cups that's creating this rose, creating this, thing. And I feel um, like the other relationships and stuff that they've been in hasn't felt like it's been fulfilling for them. But now here is you. This is they feel like you have the potential for this growth in them, for this, romance, is what I'm feeling. So it's very, very clear and fast for you today. They're just saying, like, yeah, they see this interest, they have their eye on you, right there in the sky there. So they're um you are definitely in their peripheral and they're looking at that possibility of you being, someone who's different, someone who is bringing something that other people haven't in her relationships. So I do like that for you. So boom, easy breezy. All right, so healing zone, you are next here. So you'd like to know if you will get the job offer at Change Healthcare for their data entry operator position. Okay, Let's take a look here. I do want to look at that everyday tarot for that. And then gracefully, BJ, you will be next. And Dale, you're anxious about something happening next week. And Spirit does want me to pull a card there for you, just to put your mind at ease. And we'll pull some cards on that too. Yeah, turning off the news. Oh my gosh, I hear you. All right, healing zone. Let's take a look here. That data entry operator position, will you be getting that? All right, so they did give you 4 cards. Let me see what these are here. Oh, well, okay. So the first card that popped out was the King of Swords, which, that's about the mental, the mind thing. And I'm like, data entry, that kind of feels like that. And then you got the Seven of Cups, which is about a lot of choices. And then you also have the Chariot card come in. That's coming in here. And there's the Five of Swords. So I feel like what's coming in here, you're going to have like a choice between some different positions. And I feel like you're conflicted because you have so many choices there, and the choice is in your hands. And so it's like, oh darn, I just wanted like a yes or a no. And they're like, well, there's these different opportunities that come up. I almost feel like if you've been applying for more than one different position, that positions that you didn't think that they were going to offer you, suddenly those come up and they have like some good stuff about them. And then this position, they, comes up too. And like you have these different positions, different offers. And it's just like, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. And for that, they, with that the King of Swords, it's get out of your mind is really what they want to say, right? It's like, because he's not only rules over air, they gets a double portion of air. So he's like so much in your head. It's like, take a deep breath and try to step out of the situation. That Seven of Cups is like, stand back, look at what is going to make you happy, not what you should do, supposed to do, what will people think. It's like, you're going to have to do the job. What do you want? And choose that one. So I feel like you're going to have a couple of different options, a couple of different offers that are coming in. So if that's the one you absolutely want that will make your heart sing, then you know which one you'll choose. But I feel like you're going to feel conflicted for a little bit with that Five of Swords, because it's like, how like you're like, well, this job pays this and what I really would like to do, but this other job is offering me like not necessarily double, but like significantly different, and these other benefits. And you're like, oh wow, I'm probably get bored with that job, but I'll, it's that kind of thing. So you know what I'm trying to say. I will move on. All right, Angie, you are next. You want a general love reading, so we'll take a look at that. Excuse me. Sorry, Gracefully. I told you were next, but I totally skipped over Angie, and I see that she was asking for a reading, so my apologies. Didn't mean to tease. Oh, thank you very much. I was recording some other videos earlier, and so I dressed up for them. So I decided not to change. I usually wear t-shirts because they're so comfy. All right, Angie, let's take a look here. What do they want you to know about love? Okay. Anything else? No, so these are it. They did give you 3 cards. Whoa! So this is the heartbreak card here. Expectations equal disappointment card. Oh my gosh. And then you have the 10 of Swords, which is all about it's a great card to have, especially after that one, because this means you're so tired of trying to live up to everyone's expectations and trying to make everyone live up to yours. You are ready for that ending and beginning with all of that. So if you are in a relationship right now, and with heartbreak, you're like, but I kind of feel like this is more, you've just been disappointed and disappointed again. And you're really going through this journey of realizing, why do I have all these expectations? They just end up disappointing me. So let's let those go. I'm just going to try to enjoy someone for who they are. Yeah. Because you have the Four of Discs here, which is all about you're really digging into this understanding of your worth, not having it defined by the outside world. I think you really reached this point of, you know, are there anybody out there that doesn't have baggage? And of course, that's a mirror for us, right? We don't realize our baggage because ours is underneath. People probably say that about us. And it's like every human has unresolved things in our subconscious because like 70% or 90%, I think, even they say, of our life is subconscious. We're only aware and conscious of like 10%. But I love the transformation that's happening here for you because you do have the moth with the eyes. And so I feel like you are realizing that, when you define yourself by relationships, you feel unstable because relationships are unstable. People change, people pass away, unstable. Also, if you define yourself by your job, your education, circumstances we can get into, they never stay the same. And of course, if we define ourselves by money and our possessions and our bodies, those things break down, deteriorate, stolen, burned down. So I really feel like that all those expectations, all that disappointment, all that instability has you really to this point where you are done. You are stick 10 swords in you, you are done. It's like stick a fork in you, you're done. You're just like, I'm ready. I'm ready for something else. And so all this is turning you onto the inside to have your stability, to have your worth dependent upon something on the inside, something that's inner and upper, that this love that you find in your heart that doesn't have to do with anything out there. Then that transforms the relationships and the people that come into your life because they become not something that you need, they become something that you want or that you enjoy. It's above and beyond an extra. It's not like you're desperate for it out of that's my sustenance, I need that to live. It's like, oh, your dessert, I can do without you, but hey, I kind of do want it. And so it's kind of that kind of energy that's coming in there for you. So it's actually great news in my book. So it's up to you how you want to take that. All right, gracefully, BJ, I am to you now. And so you'd like to know, how soon will you see the Aries, or when contact place between you? Okay, well, let's take a look here and see what they have. I'm going to use the runic tarot. You have the Aries full moon on Sunday, so they are going to be activated and very energetic, if not, or sometimes with Aries. I know when I did the full moon weekly readings that will come out this Saturday for Aries, it was like feeding coffee to a hyperactive child. It calms them down. So Aries, they're so fiery. When the Aries full moon comes, sometimes it just acts and it makes them really laid back. All right, so let's take a look here. All right. How soon will you see them, or when will the contact take place? So let's take a look here. We need to get the moon card. So we have maybe around a full moon. So maybe that's why they were telling me it's going to be this Sunday. But I do have the Hermit card too, which is about staying to the self, being on the inward. I also have the Queen of Swords, which is about being in the mind, but also balancing it with the heart. Um, but I do feel like maybe it's not this full moon. Um, I don't know. I just really feel like with they telling me about that Aries and it being the full moon with the moon card coming out, I feel like you're going to have contact this Sunday, but I don't feel like they're still to themselves. So I feel like they're going to reach out to you, and it may not be like, you know, as expected. Um, because I feel like they're very much in their mind. It's going to be like a, hey, da 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 da. It's not going to be like this, hey, let's go hang out. It's like they still have this wanting to be to themselves kind of attitude around them. So, um, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Let's see. Are they confirming here? Well, and there's going to be movement though, because the Six of Swords is about moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, changing of mind and changing of mindsets and changing of expectations. So that kind of does tell me that there's movement, but it's not the movement that you're expecting. How you want the communication, how you want the contact, you know. It's like you want them to say, "Hey, let's go hang out," and they send you a text and say, "Hope you're having a good day," and you text back and it's like, "Where did you go? You just texted me and you're not replying back to me." But it's like they reach out, but it's not like this, deep interaction is what I'm feeling. So, at least for this full moon. All right. So, Dale, let's take a look here. Let's see what they want you to know about this anxiousness about something coming up. What do you want us to know about that? Okay. So, they want me to pull here from the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle. So, let's take a look. See what they've got going on there. Yeah. Great advice about the news, even on if I'm looking on YouTube and they have, stuff pops up with news and I'm just like, don't look at it, don't go in, don't click on it because it will take you out of that little eye of the storm out there doing somersaults in 2 seconds. And sometimes it's all right. I'm like, I'm ready for some not chaos, like chaos, our lovely helper here, chaos, but the chaos of the world. It's like, okay, let's go. So I get it. All right, Dale, let's take a look here. What would they like you to know? Okay. So you have the Raven card here. Let's see, there it goes. Beautiful card. The skull. And it says magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. It's an animal guide. So let's take a look here. Card number 10. It says when the raven appears, it's a sign of magic, where coincidence and divine synchronicity bring surprising elements together. The raven reminds you that on the path to wholeness, the magic of Avalon appears in all things um, become possible. Sorry. Ask the raven to help you be aware of the synchronicity in your life and to see how the god and goddess work anonymously on your path. If you feel hopeless or lost, you may need reminding that this kind of magic occurs in your life daily. Even if you can't see it, trust it to bring joy, understanding, and fulfillment to your life, no matter what the present circumstances appear to be. Remember, the raven says, believe in magic and you cannot help but see it. Magic lives within the belief itself. Expect the unexpected and prepare to be amazed. So I like that. That's very encouraging. Believe in magic. It's in your life every moment, every day. Just look and see and believe in that. So I do like that. So some relief. They're like, yeah, what's coming unexpected for you is really nice for you. So it's like, kind of feel like it's maybe is it more nervousness than anxiousness, like when you're going up on a, you know, uh, going up on a roller coaster. Instead of it being fear, it's like you're ready to go into something that's exciting and new, and you're like, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like this, like maybe some excitement energy that's coming in for you too. All right. So let's continue going here. Yeah, I like that. We'll all be okay. Don't worry, just pray. Calm, calm. Ah, okay. So we have the skinny through chaos through the military venue, huh? Hey, SDA. Okay, I'm not going to overlook yours today. You are next. So it says today, you're massively triggered and you're still feeling it. Not sure why. Advice from spirit. Okay, yeah, let's take a look here. I feel like this cosmic journey deck wants to speak to you. So let's take a look here and see what's going on. And Egyptian famous, you will be next after that. Hey, Kaylee. All right. So let's take a look here. What would they like you to know about this trigger? Okay. Nope. Okay. One did come out here. Your 11-year-old self. Cute card. It's card number 2. Those are special ones in the back. Let me just get to that. Yeah. Playfulness, exploration, need for safety, childlike perspectives. So that little boy or girl inside you never goes away unless you stop letting them out. Then they wither away inside. They are your magical inner child with a mischievous little grin and sparkle in their eyes. Your 11-year-old wants to play, explore, and feel safe. Your 11-year-old is also more perceptive than you realized. They know when they're safe and when they're not, and will create armor around their hearts to survive. How would you treat an 11-year-old? Coax your magical child to come out and play. And some questions that you can ask here, uh, like whatever was going on today that triggered you, you can ask them, what does your 11-year-old self have to say about this? So you can ask your 11-year-old self, what do you have to say about this? You can also ask, how can I play more? Also, what would make this situation more fun? And what did you like to do that you've forgotten? So, what does your 11-year-old, what did they enjoy to do that you have forgotten? What do you want to share? I'm sorry. So, what does your 11-year-old want to share with you from your childhood? It's okay. You're truly safe. So, you can talk to your 11-year-old self and ask yourself that. What did I see happen when I was young that I haven't been able to share? So some good questions there. It is about, this trigger seems to be from that earlier childhood. There's something there. And that's why it's still triggering because it's kind of echoing. I feel like your younger 11-year-old self wants you to talk to them and understand, what are they fearing? What do they need in order to feel safe? So whatever was going on, it feels like it's that child self-reflective moment. Yay, we love that. I know. So, but that'll help put them at ease and given those, asking those questions and giving the child self-attention. It's like hanging out with your 11-year-old self and her seeing what an amazing, powerful, don't mess with you person can be, and that you will protect them and you take them under your wing and you have their back. It's kind of that reinforcement, you being that protector that maybe your 11-year-old self or younger didn't have. And whatever made you feel unsafe today is them showing their head. So I like that for you. All right, so let's continue going here. All right, so Egyptian famous, you are next here. And you just want a reading, so just a general reading. Let me just quickly try to scroll down here to see if you put a specific question. don't see it down there. So we will give you a general reading. Spirit knows what you are needing. So we will look at that. Let me just get back up to where I was. There you are. All right. Excuse me. So I feel like they want to start off with a spirit junkie card. So we will start with that. Hey, Debbie, love and light to you. All right. All right. Card came flying out. And so you've got creativity flows from you. You are a divine creator. So I love this because it is about kind of feels like the Empress energy, where it is about new birth creativity. It's about something beautiful creatively coming in your life, but believing that you have the ability and the talent to do this thing that you are concerned about. I also want to pull a runic tarot. Let's see what we have with that. All right, so what else for Egyptian famous, please? Okay. Yeah. Well, good. Well, good. Well, you have the Wheel of Fortune coming up here. So this is great. You have some fated events that will be changing in your life. So good, positive endings and beginnings and changes that are coming up here. You also have the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance out in your outside world between both the outer and the inner. So, there's some stuff you need to do on the outside, but also making sure you take care of your inner, also paying attention to the higher and the lower, the heavens and the earth, really look at balancing both your connection to the spirit world and then also with the human world. But there's this nice balance that they're asking for you, because that creativity comes from not doing all the daily tasks and all that. It's the connection to your higher self and to that divine creator within you. And you have the Seven of Cups coming in here. So really this, I feel like there's this, here's that birth again. So something's birthing here, but I kind of feel like you have all these opportunities on what you want to do, what you want to create, what you want to invest your energy into. And it's about, again, defining what you want to do, what do you want to focus on. In that balance of heart and, the Two of Pentacles with the upper and the lower is uh, making sure it's not just, well, this is what I should do. It's like, do something that makes your heart sing. I really feel that, especially with that baby popping up there, and they had kind of given that divine creation, and that, they told me the three number of creativity with the Empress, that this is about doing something that's passionate that you want to do. Don't be, you know, uh, trapped in that, mindset of, well, this is what's responsible. I should do that. This is about balancing it. It feels like you're always doing, quote, the right thing that everyone wants you to do. And this is like, it's time to be a child and play and do something passionate. Like people are like, oh, you should really clean your house. And you're like, I'm going to go paint today. And I need that. And it's like choosing that instead, I feel. So if you have any specific questions, Egyptian famous, just pop them down below and I'll circle back around down there. Okay. So Kaylee, you said hello. I said hello back. Just keep going down here. Yeah, great idea, Rockstar. They should have Buddhist monks and other peacekeepers always around everyone, yeah, especially in leadership. Yes. Very good, Dale. Love that. Hey, Blessing. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I have a feeling the world will continue on too, because we've got stuff to learn still, and this is part of it. All right, Blessing. So you are next. You can get a love reading. Absolutely. Let's take some True Heart Tarot here. We will look at that. Hello, hello, Venita. Kaylee, you'll be next after that. G-Mon, welcome, welcome. Kaylee. And Jushri, welcome, welcome. You'll be next. I'm not next, but you'll be after Kaylee. That's hilarious, Chaos. Good. I'm glad you didn't go into that retail. All right. All right. So you got one card here, Blessing. Let's see what else. Okay. All right. Well, 4 Cups cards, which is all about emotions. So I guess you are getting a love reading. Excuse me. I'm take a quick drink here. Thank you. So I really like this for you. We're going to start because you've got 3, 4, 6 in the Prince. So 3 of Cups here. This is celebration. This is joy. And I normally don't get this, but I feel like there's a party that you're going to be attending. And then you have the 4 of Cups here. And so I feel like you do spot someone there. And it's interesting because I feel like that they stand out because, like, I feel like they're not drinking. They have their cup down. I don't know why they're saying this. I just listen, okay? But they're not drinking. Everyone else is. It's like they're a designated driver or someone that is not drinking alcohol for some reason. And so they at the party, they're the ones. And for a moment, I almost thought like they are serving other people, like they're helping other people and getting them drinks and being a good host or hostess, type of situation. Because you have the 6 of Cups too here. So this makes me think that it's someone that you already know, and maybe even possibly a childhood friend that you haven't seen in a long time. And you're like, hey, and guys just hit it off and start talking about old times and all that. But you have the Prince of Cups here, which is the Knight of Cups, and so there is movement, at this party. So whatever this is that's coming up, it is going to be at a get together, a celebration, and you do recognize them. They catch your eye, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so and so. It's been like a while since you've seen them, and then you guys just start talking, and then things just kind of connect between you two, and there is movement in there. So I like it. That's what they have to say. So there we go. A nice little adventure awaiting you. All right. So Kaylee, you are next. You feel your purpose is definitely connected to your life path number 7, which is the spiritual path. Am I gifted with an ability to also turn this into a career? Your 3rd and last Pentacles are also 7. Okay. Let's take a look here. I feel like they're nudging me towards these cosmic journey oracle. So we'll start there real quick here. All right. So let's take a look here. Can you turn this into a career? Card number 7. Too funny. Close your eyes to open your heart. Let's take a look. The ultimate seeing eye dog is at hand. Just look again. It's spelled backward. Oh God, dog. Ah. If you give up your limited perspective and see through the eyes of spirit, you will see that everything is perfectly unfolding in the exact right order and timing. Your greatest vision will never come from seeing outward, it's only by looking inside. Trust yourself to look beyond your physical eyes. Close your eyes to open your heart. Who said the limit was what you can see right now? The cosmic catalyst question says, if I could look through the eyes of the universe, what would I see about my path that's perfect right now? So your life path number 7, uh, what would you see about your path that's perfect right now? And the cosmic little checkbox is draw your own unique symbols with an eye and stash. Oh, with an eye, like an eye like these, and stash them around your house, your car, your workplace, etc., for a reminder anytime to see differently. So I really feel like they're saying, look at things differently. Just really look at your path, look at what's going perfect. Um, and I feel like it will grow. It's a very positive card. Just see things differently. Just see things differently. Let me see if they'll give me any more clarity. I feel like I want to go to these everyday tarot real quick here. All right. So, anything else can give us more clarity around, can this be turned into a career? Anything else? Okay. So you've got the King of Swords. So I feel like this is a change of mindset, like it mentioned, because here you have the Ace of Swords, which connects you to the capital T truths of the higher world, but lets you cut away old expectations and old ways of looking at things, like it was talking about. And I feel like it is about your worth and your self-worth and your ability, what you deserve. So it is a change of your mindsets about what you're capable of, what you're able to accomplish. So I feel like they're saying that those are the things that go away, because you have the Ace of Cups, which is about you filling up and overflowing. So very much, I feel like, why, when you talk about it being a career, it's like do what you love and and uh, always focus on your why with this, right? So it's like with me with tarot reading, I've been doing it for over 20 years, and I went through exactly kind of what they're talking about here, with because the 5 of Pentacles is my lifelong journey card. It's about my worth and where I put it. I didn't feel like I could do it and not have to work a full-time job doing a real job. And so it was like, it took me decades of learning and growth, all on purpose for a purpose, so no regrets ever. But it came to a point where it's like, I'm going to fill up and do what I love, and that's my primary, and I'm going to do it and do it and do it. And if I ever have to get a job to help support my dream, this is my dream, this is what I'm doing, and the other is just the income to help me do what I do, and do what I love in my life. And I kind of feel like that's what they're asking you to do. See it from a different perspective, flip it, going, you are, this gift that you have. This is what you came here to do. So do it. And then the other stuff just supports it, instead of, this is what I do on the side. until I can afford it. It's kind of like the switch of the way that you're looking at it. So hopefully that resonates. If you have additional questions, pop it down. I'm going to keep on going down here. Let's take a look here. And Jushri, you wanted a love reading. So let's take a look here and see what they have to say here. Hey, Marie. Okay, and then Benita, you will be next. And then Marie after that. And then Bree. Thank you guys for your patience as I work through the list. I know I say that a lot, but I really do appreciate it because, I've watched other people give readings and give live readings, and some people just really get, I'm just like, wow, I don't think your reading's going to be a very good one. It's all right. And Jushri. All right. So you do have the Hanged Man here. So, this is sometimes about seeing things from a higher perspective, but I really feel like for you, this is a timing thing because it's like you've been hanging out, patiently waiting, and now there's going to be movement that's going to be coming. Yeah. Because you also have the Three of Wands, which is fire, and it's about you changing direction. And I feel like with all this hanging that you've been doing, really you've been doing some reflection, you've been doing a lot of growth and really looking into that and changing your perspectives and perceptions of things. And now I feel like you're changing course. So it's like the type of individual or the type of situation you were looking about before, you're having an altered viewpoint in a different direction that you want to take with things. Yeah, which, okay, so definitely so. Seven of Pentacles does basically it's both of these cards together because the Seven of Pentacles, one says we wait for the season. The last thing that grows on a tree is the fruit tree, blah, blah, blah. It's about waiting for that seasons to happen. You can't force them. But there's also like when you start to see the fruit, this Seven of Pentacles is like the Three of Wands where it's a change. You planted I usually use the apple trees. So if you like apples, I don't mean to offend anyone. I like apples too, but for the example, it's like you planted a lot of apple trees and they're growing, and then the fruit pops, and you're like, oh yeah, apples. Really not into apples anymore. I want guacamole. So I want avocados. I want an avocado tree. And so it's the switch of what you're interested in, what you want to head toward, what you want to invest your energy in around love. And so as this movement starts to happen, as things start to open up more, which is, I feel like by the end of the year, definitely there's this change of how you've been looking at things and the type of individual that you're attracted to, but also a change in the type of person you attract because of this work you did hanging upside down on that tree. So I like that for you. So yay. All right, let's keep going here. If you guys have additional questions, just pop them down below. And we are to Venita. Lafi, is there someone watching you for positive or negative reasons? Uh-oh. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we have going on here. All right. So, Benita, is there someone watching you? Let's find that out first. Okay. And is it for positive or negative reasons? All right, let's take a look here. Well, as far as if someone is watching over you, not watching over you, but watching you, the Eight of Wands is about movement. It's about messages. It's about, energy that moves fast. And I really don't feel like there's a human that's watching over you, because and I say that because you've got the High Priestess card here, which is your intuition, which is the High Priestess goes in her temple, she connects to what's beyond the veil and up in the heavens, and so she has a really good intuition and connection. And so I feel like, especially because you also have this, Two of Wands here, this shows that you are when you focus your energy, because you have the 2, which is the High Priestess, I feel like you're, depending on where you're investing energy, like, when you're sucked out in the world like all of us do, and you're in that noisy fear world, you don't get that connection. But it's when you are in this peaceful place that you feel like someone's watching you, like, you feel someone's there, and I feel like it's someone that was in your life that has passed to the other side. I don't mean to freak you out. They can't harm you or hurt you, and they're not getting your attention because it is that type of energy. I feel like it's a masculine figure, whether it's which could be a brother, father, grandfather. It's someone that had masculine energy in your life that they are just letting you know that they're there. So it's not, a human that's looking out for you, or watching you. It's a beautiful, being, from up above, that is just letting you know that they're there, and you're sensing it, sensing that they're there. And they're just showing up to let you know you're not alone, that they love you and they're by your side. So, um, I love that for you. So, very, very beautiful. All right, we'll continue going down here. All right. So we are to Marie. You said, can you get a love reading and get married this year? Oh, will you get married this year? Let's take a look here. We will pull from the True Heart Tarot for this too. And Bree, you will be next. Oh, we're getting close on the house, are we? So married or be in a relationship. Okay, I got it there. Oh, SDA, I didn't get that. So you got your specific reading earlier, but we can give you a general one too. So what else they'd like to add? All right. Hey, Spring. Welcome, welcome. All right. So, Marie, the love reading. So, we'll find out what I want you to know first. Okay. Anything else? Just, okay, the bottom one. Anything else? Okay. So, those 3 are just about love. And then, as far as married or in a relationship this year, what can you let us know about that? Okay. So 3 for that. 3 and 3. So, I just like it. So you got the Lovers card that's popping in here. Sorry, it's not focusing very good tonight. Come on. Maybe I need to turn this a little more that way, maybe. A little better. So you got the Lovers card coming in. And I do like that you also have the Strength card and the Magician card. So the Magician card is showing you that um, you have more power in your hands in this, because you have the Strength card too, which really shows your inner strength coming in for this. So they signs are that there is this movement, there is this strength that you're having around your relationship, but it is about you not waiting and sitting back waiting for someone to knock at the door and go, hey, I'm here. And you're like, hey, it's the love of my life. It's about you getting out, doing things. And I feel like it's, especially with that Magician, it's doing things you love. Get out and enjoy life, without the purpose of looking for a relationship. enjoy it, go and live and have this, beautiful love of life and everything like that. Just knowing that you are going to find someone that has a lot of same interest as you, but and different enough too, that it's exciting and it's, a wonderful thing, because the magician card also tells you that you have everything you need inside of you to make your dreams come true. You don't have to wait and ask for other people. It's like almost like you don't have to ask other people to introduce you to people or blind dates or anything like that. It's like, no. So by the end of the year, well, so you've got the 10 of cups and the 3 of cups. So emotional fulfillment, celebration, joy, and you also have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands again reinforces that you have the energy, you have the power to control your passion and to put that out there. But I also kind of feel like it's someone that has a lot of fire energy. That could be a fire sign, uh, um, but doesn't necessarily have to be. They can have just a lot of fire in their chart, and you'll be able to tell because there's someone that's just really, has a lot of energy and has a lot of like people get attracted to them because that's what happens with people with a lot of fire in their chart. They almost can't help but get noticed. They walk into a room and everyone's like, "Oh, who's that?" It's their energy, their charisma that happens there. So I do feel with all of that that it is this year that you and I don't necessarily feel like it's in a relationship, but you do meet the individual. So the sparks start, with that fire energy that it starts. And the magician, you wave your wand, and this manifestation, this stuff is unfolding for you. So you do meet them, but I don't know if it's going to be like into a relationship that fast. Let's see what else as far as timing. What would you like us to know about that, please? Okay. Yeah, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles is usually about new opportunities and stuff coming up. So that's confirmed, but I feel springtime energy with that. So I feel like it'll be more spring of next year when like the relationship word gets used. So I like that. All right, Marie. So that's what they have for you. And then we will move on to Bree next. And let's see what we have here. So I'm going to use the Runic Tarot about house number 855. And I imagine that's the address, not, oh my God, the 855th house I've looked at. Although I know it can feel like that. All right. So let's take a look here. What would you like me to know about that house 855? Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups, of course, confusion about which choice to make. Obviously, we know that's what's going on when you're trying to find a home. It's like, oh my gosh, there's just too many choices, or not what I'm looking for, but it's like that. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, which does, of course, represent uh, waiting and you know, waiting for it to unfold, waiting for things to grow. Can also mean about change of mind, which kind of feel like you got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords and the King of Swords. So you've got all this expectations and these thoughts and these stuff, and you've got the King of Swords, which gives you the power to let go of there's like all this expectations and things in your head. I almost feel like they're saying, um, just go with the process, go with the flow, release all the expectations around it because you're getting exhausted trying to do all this, have all these expectations met. It's just like go with the flow because you have the magician card too, which the magician is, shows that you have the power, right? You have everything within you to make things happen. Um, but I feel like they're like, trust, like they're pointing in this one, like, trust your gut, trust your higher self, go with the flow, get out of the mind, let all that stuff go out of the mind, out of the mind, out of the mind, into the heart, into the intuition, into this power that you have. And then things become clearer. But I feel like they're just saying, just follow wait for the season to unfold. With that seven, you have two sevens, right? But it's like, just know, let it unfold. You'll know, things will just show themselves, because the fruit will grow. You'll see the fruit and you'll be like, oh, that's what I want, or oh, that's not what I thought I wanted. So it's like the fruit is going to show itself, and then you will know exactly what you want to do. And you won't feel powerless in this situation, because that magician card popping up is definitely saying that you're the one that has that hold of the wand. No one else has that. You have that. So I do like that for you. They didn't have any like warnings around that. They're just telling you that you'll know when the fruit shows, then you'll know. And they keep saying that. So um, they're not giving me anything else on that. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Bree. Hang in there. I know buying a house is what an adventure. Souls across the universe come here to experience what it's like to search for a home. All right. So thank you very much. And let me just take a look here. Sorry, let me just update some things here. Let me just read back through the list real quick here. Okay. I think I'm almost back to where I was. Let's see. There it is. There it is. I love all your guys' conversations. Okay. So SDA, you did want your question changed to a general reading. I did answer the other one, but I feel like they do want a general reading pull for you anyway. And I feel like they're drawing me to these power of surrender cards. So let's see what it says there. Thank you guys all for your likes. I really appreciate all those thumbs up. So if you haven't done so already, this is a great time now that they jumped out to me here. If you haven't given me one, I really appreciate it. If you give me a little thumbs up by hitting the like button there, it does help out my channel. Helps other people get to have that Zen love spread throughout wherever it may show up. So SDA, what would they like you to know? Okay. So you got surrender, unhealthy relationships. And it says let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Yes. Yes, you do. So I do love that. You have permission to let those go. It feels like you might be stubborn, where you're one of those that you never let go of anyone. No one can do anything too bad for you to totally let them go. But they're like, yeah, as you're sorting, getting ready to move, get rid of other stuff too. So I like that. All right. You are welcome, IDT. right. All right, Spring, we are to you. So, any advice from Spirit would be appreciated. I do want to pull a Blue Messiah card for you. We'll see what it has here. And then Anjou. You will be next after that. Hey, Portia. We'll look at that as well. You guys are so funny. Okay, so Spring, what would Spirit like you to know today? What advice? All right. So you've got the Sacred Union card here. Beautiful, beautiful card. It's card number 24. Which says higher states of awareness can be realized via the divine act of merging soul vibrations through love. One of the most powerful ways to embrace with the infinite source of love and glimpse the divine mysteries of the universe is via the sacred union of love. The fusion between the masculine and the feminine energies through the act of conscious sex is one of the most powerful forces one can experience. The cosmic power and energy exchange as a result of this union is a profound channel to experience heightened transcendent states of consciousness. When you unite with unconditional love and absolute trust with your partner, with no judgment and criticism for self or other, you unlock doors to libraries of infinite knowledge. You climb ladders of consciousness within you and glimpse higher realms of existence. You emerge from the experience with expanded states of awareness and understanding. Through this loving channel, connection to divine beings can be made, and the riddles of the universe are revealed. This divine, holy act of love does not need a physical partner, can also be achieved through the spiritual communion of souls in deep meditation. Always keep in mind that it is only through unconditional love and trust that doorways will open. By releasing all misplaced assumptions about this channel of connection through unconditional love, you're inviting in expanded states of consciousness. And the chakras that this deal with are, of course, the heart, the third eye, and the crown. And it says an exercise with your partner, spiritual or physical, allow yourself to open up with unconditional love. Through this sacred union of merging the masculine and feminine, allow your awareness to climb the ladder of consciousness. The affirmation for this card: I am grateful for the loving, deep connections that allow my spirit to soar. So there is your message for in your advice today. Unconditional love, right? It's always the answer to everything. I love that. All right. So I am going to continue to go down the list here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate all the love energy. Okay, let me see here. All right. So Anjou, ex or new love, who's coming with a commitment? So let's take a look. Then Portia, you will be next. Okay, so ex or new love? Ex or new love? Who's will be coming in with a commitment? What would you like them to know, please? So you have the 10 of Wands here. I almost have it too dark, don't I? You can never just get the lighting perfect. Okay, don't move. 10 of Wands. I guess I have to hold my hand up. Um, so 10 of Wands tells me endings and new beginnings. So not X, new, new. All right. I think you asked this last night, and I think that's what they told you then too. It's like, don't go. Let the X go. Move on to new energy. Enough energy invested in the old. Time for the new. All right, Portia. Let's take a look here. Did you have a vision about M, or was it just your imagination? Okay. Let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look. Was it a vision or imagination? I laugh because the card that came flying out is this, which is about, was it of the mind or was it of spirit? So that's why I laughed. And you did get the High Priestess card, which tells me that it was of spirit. And this is the 10 of Cups. And I feel like I need to show you these, because you got the 10 of Cups, which is about emotional fulfillment, celebration. You have the 6 of Swords, which is about movement of thought and mind, and movement from choppy waters to smooth waters. And then you also got the World card, which is about endings of major cycles and new beginnings. And you have the King of Swords, which is about connecting to capital T, truths, and higher, and cutting away the worldly stuff. So I feel like they all kind of reinforce that it was a vision, that it was spiritual, it was connection of your, like, a spiritual gift rather than of the human mind instead. So that is what I am picking up there for you, Portia. Which hopefully it was a beautiful vision. I'm thinking of that 10 of Cups that it was, but yeah, it was a connection to the spirit realm is what activated this vision for you. All right, let me keep going down here. You guys are having a great discussion, or you did, about life path numbers. I love that. Isn't it amazing how we just have so much information that is so accurate, sometimes scary, astrology, numerology, and all that kind of stuff. It's like there's this hidden user's manual that we're like, oh my gosh, look at that. All right, I'll shut up. Let's keep going. Oh, very good. So glad these messages are helping out. All right, Rockstar. So, will you hear back with a job offer from any of the jobs that you applied to this month? Okay, I do feel like I'm drawn back to the runic tarot here. All right. So, Rockstar, we'll see here. Will you hear back with a job offer from any of the jobs that you applied this month? Okay. Well, I feel like you're going to have a couple choices here, but with this 3 of Wands, I really feel like you're taking a different direction than you thought you would. So I do feel like there's going to be a couple offers, because the 2 Pentacles is the outside world. It's about balancing, but they're telling me 2. Like there's going to be 2 offers that come in, but it's like you end up making a choice that you're like, I didn't think that's the route I would go. And I feel like it's, of course, it's for you. But I do feel like you will hear back from two job offers by the end of the year. Um, so are any going to be this month in October? Can you tell us that? So not this month. You have the Hermit card, so it's still being alone. So I don't feel like it's going to be maybe this month that you're going to hear back on those. But they do want you to spend the time working on you. That's the Hermit card, the inner journey, So it's like, oh, great, more inner work, yay. All right. So let's continue to go down here. I think, Marie, I already gave you a love reading, didn't I? I think you might have just entered that again. Yeah. Okay. So we already did that earlier. You just had put it in again. Hey, Nasha. So I believe you are next here. So will you meet the person? Let's see. Will I meet the person I end up with by next year? Oh, okay. So let's take a look here. We'll use the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. All right. So let's take a look here, Nasha. Will you meet the person that you end up with by next year? Anything else? No, not those. Wow. Okay. So let's see if I can get all these in here without too much glare. Got the Prince of Swords. Yeah, Prince of Swords. Got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So I say this is a yes, because you got these representing you, and then you do have the Prince coming in. So I do feel that's a yes, that you do meet the person you end up with next year. So a good, clear reading. I like that. You know how they sometimes will answer a question with a question. So I appreciate tonight. They're giving some good, clear answers. All right. So let me just keep looking down here. Okay, I think Anjushri, we already did your love reading earlier. Absolutely my pleasure. It is my honor to do these readings. I just love connecting. Okay. Thank you, Kaylee. Hey, Gabe. Welcome, welcome. Yep, you are next then. So, excuse me. How does your ex feel about you? Uh-oh. We will find out. All right. So, Gabe, how does your ex feel about you? Okay, so you got these here. So, the Hermit card popped out here, so the Hermit card almost tells me that, when we ask about how is someone else feeling about me, and the Hermit card pops up, it's like they're not thinking about anyone but themselves. And then I get these two cards along with it, which is the King and the Prince. It's like all they're thinking about is their thoughts, their emotions, they're just thinking about themselves right now. So, um, not that they're a narcissist necessarily, but it's just like they are consumed with their own thoughts and their own emotions that they're not thinking about anybody else except numero uno. And so I kind of feel like that's what's going on with that there. So they're not thinking about anyone else's feelings, anyone else's lives, whatever. It's all focused on them. Them. They're doing some healing, they're doing some reflection and stuff, but they're also just, what about me? What am I going to do? What about they're all in here. They've got like these blinders on. They're not seeing anything else. So that is how it goes. Yeah, and for anyone else that is new to my channel, what I do for these readings, you do have to be subscribed to be able to chat down below to enter, and all you have to do is put your question that you want answered, and I'll pull, answers that way. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just put a general reading, and then spirit knows, and we'll pull cards that way. So that's how you get on the list. There's not like a separate list. It's just the chat is what I'm using, at least today. You never know. We'll see what comes for the future, but we're good. All right. So Leanne Paxton, did you ask a specific question? Let me just see if you added anything down below. Okay, general. Okay, good. So let's look and see what they would like you to know, Leanne. I kind of feel like they're nudging me to the power of surrender cards to start off. So I'm going to start off with that. All right, Leanne, here we go. So, what would you like Leanne to know, please? Okay. Beautiful. Surrender to miracles. And it says, be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. I like that. So being open, don't shut doors and think that things aren't possible. I'm also going to pull some cards here from the True Heart Tarot. See what they would like to add. So what about these miracles? What area of their life, or what else would you like to tell Miss Leanne here, please? Okay. It was funny because I thought of the Three of Cups when I saw that card, because it was like three dolphins, and there's another deck that I have of the Three of Cups is three dolphins, almost similar to that card. So this is about, Three of Cups is this message about your higher self, connecting to your posse of support on the other side. So first of all, they want to know that you are never alone. You're surrounded by a beautiful, powerful group of beings of unconditional love and light, guardian angels, spirit guides, loved ones on the other side, ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. You're not alone. You're surrounded. You've got great support around you, and there is this joy, the celebration that's coming here for you. Because you have the Queen of Wands here, which the Queen of Wands also really represents, someone who has a lot of energy, a lot being able to really point and zero in and get stuff done. You walk into a room, people notice you, type of thing. But she also usually has a black cat, which, in addition to ruling over fire, she also has water, which allows you to connect to your intuition and up above. So I kind of feel like there's this um, draw to connect to the spirit world, and they're telling you and they're trying to show you signs and synchronicities. And if you have decisions to make, they're like, just ask us, we're here, but we won't mess with your free will. So ask, and we'll show you. Because you do have the world card, which is about ending of significant cycles and new beginnings. So there is something, a big change that's happening in your life that's life changing, whether it's relationship or work or body or something where it's this huge change. And there's like, don't, um, it's like going to do a double negative. Believe in miracles, you know, believe that things happen for you and that it's not happening to you, that this ending of the cycle is opening up a whole new adventure, because this is the last card in the major arcana, which opens up to the, Fool's card is next, which starts off at 0 and starts a whole new journey, a whole new adventure. And you're definitely not alone in whatever this change is happening. Trust that you have the ability to connect and make decisions with your intuition and your gut. Trust yourself, and when in doubt, if you don't feel you have answers, or when you're feeling alone, just reach out to the heavens and they will answer. They will give you signs and synchronicities out the kazoo. So I really like that for you. Beautiful, Leanne. All right. So let me take a look here. I think we are down here. Let me just keep going here. All right. All right. All right. So I'm up to rock star here. You were asking, so what did that person that you recently met, what did they like about you when they met you? Like, why were they so interested in you? Why wouldn't they be, rock star? I mean, shouldn't we just ask that question? Like, what didn't they like about me? I am going to use these archetype cards and just see what they noticed about you. It was their your sense of humor. They like that. And I see your question next, Portia, so we will get to that. Just highlight that so I know where I'm at. All right. So let's take a look here. What did they like about you, Rockstar? What stood out to them? Okay. Nope, not those. Okay. Any others? No, they said these are enough. Oh my gosh, yeah. So the first one that popped out here is the Midas, the miser. And so, it says on here that it's entrepreneur, creative ability, turning things into gold. They like your attitude. They like your ability to really make things happen. And you have this positive attitude, I feel, around that. Let me see some of these if they at least kind of go together here. Because the Midas, you also have the gambler that you take chances on some things, but it's like you almost have, like it says, you have this Midas touch. You are able to make things happen. You're successful, and it's almost like it's by magic, but you know that it's not. You know that it's a lot of stuff going on. But wow, you've got both. Wow. So all three of these, I'm going to do all these four together here for you, because you've got a guide, a messiah, a mentor, and a hero. And so there's this energy about you that, I like. So that's what I like is this essence of being a gambler and having this Midas touch, like that people think, oh my gosh, you just take these risks and these things happen and you just, that's what the people think. Like when you're successful, they think "Oh, it was easy and it just happened and you're so lucky." And you're like, when I think I saw a meme or something that said, lucky people realize what other people don't, that it took a lot of hard work for your luck to kick in. And that's what I kind of feel like this with you, that that's why people look at you in a lot of different ways, as a hero, a mentor, a messiah, someone who rescues, and a guide, is because they realize later that, oh no, this wasn't by accident. It took a lot of work and a lot of know-how, a lot of research, a lot of understanding. So you're knowledgeable, and I feel like that's what happened, is because, you know, it's like first impressions. Sometimes when you first meet someone and they're like, oh, they're just, you know, uh do things and they just are lucky and they're getting this. But then as they talked more and understood more and knew more about you, they're like, wow, you really know your stuff, and it didn't come that way. Um and and then there's the gossip card. So two things with this. I feel like they heard things about you through other people. Um and I kind of feel like maybe that's where they got some of this other information from too, is that they were like, "Oh, wow. Oh, wow." It's like you had a lot of individuals that gave you 5 stars and of who you are and what kind of person you are. So, not that they did background check on you, I think it just kind of came across their path mostly. But also that gossip card, um, they like how you don't talk bad about people, how, you can really find good things about people. It's like you have this belief that whatever you try to find in someone, you'll find. If you're looking for bad things in someone, you'll find it. If you're looking for good things in people, you can find that too. So I kind of find like that's what she really appreciated around those things. So there you go. So hopefully that resonated. And let's take a look here. So Portia, you get that you have a spiritual gift. Good. But you don't understand what was the purpose of the vision. Okay. So we will ask that specific question here. Being drawn here to the wisdom of the Avalon Oracle. Dun dun dun. Let's take a look here. I guess I'll turn them back upside down. All right, let's take a look here. So, what was the purpose of this vision concerning M? Is it romantical or what? Tell us. Tell us. We want to know. Huh. The frog. That's funny. Cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. Okay. Let's take a look here. Card number 14 says the frog says that it's time to clean house and get rid of the clutter in your environment, your head, and your heart. Move out any objects, thoughts, or relationships that hold you back. It's time to get rid of anything that clutters your life or your space with unwanted, burdensome energy, or anything that weighs heavily on your heart. Look around and take stock of what surrounds you. Does what you see hold positive and supportive energy? If not, it's time to throw it away and release it so that it in turn will release you from its influence. When the frog appears, it's always spring and time for cleaning your house so you can allow new and fresh energy to enter your world. The frog says it's time to release all things no longer appropriate to bring on your journey. Then you can hop to the next lily pad light, and free. I would say that that's um, them saying no. It'd be interesting what the vision was. I know you probably don't want to put out here in the main chat and stuff, but if you hit me up on Instagram, I'd be happy to. I also do dream interpretation. It's all channeling, you know. But if the if the vision resembled kissing the frog prince, but the frog stays a frog, I feel like this is a release and letting go type of energy. So if this was on your mind and the vision that you were seeing, it could be that they were saying it's okay to move on. It's time to move on. Time to clean things out and clear out energy. If there's stagnation in that relationship with them, it's old soda that's been left out for a week. It's flat. It's time to pour it out. You know, it's kind of like that type of thing that I'm feeling. All right, chaos. Electricity, huh? Oh my goodness. Let's take a look here. High voltage. Let's see here. So energy exchange. Oh, like low voltage. Oh, okay. What's this? Okay, let's take a look here. Um, yeah, I do want to use these everyday tarot for that. All right, let's take a look here. What was this connection about? What was this low energy? Interesting. So you do have the King of Cups here, which, along with this, look at the waters, how they just kind of match up. So the Six of Swords in here is, of course, changing of mindsets and beliefs. You have this movement that's happening, um, and this emotional energy that was a surge. It did activate something within you that is allowing you to move from old ways of thinking about things into new ones, right? So these dreams that are coming up, you know, which is all about the subconscious and all of that, because the King of Cups, I'd never really thought of it that way until they just told me just now. They're like, uh, water is subconscious, you know, the mind. The king is a balance between water and air. It's the subconscious. It's the dream time too. That's one of the big ways that your subconscious will bring up change to help you work through old ways of thinking to move to new ways of thinking. So I do feel like that, um, you know, those interesting dreams that you're having is this movement and this, you know, the characters that are appearing in these interesting dreams are different versions of you, so you can work through feelings you have around you and old memories that are moving you from old ways of thinking about you and yourself, into new ways is kind of what I hear them saying. So interesting. Hey, Keisha. All right, let's take a look here. Oh my gosh, Portia. That kind of vision. Okay, let me take a look here. I'm going to answer Keisha's, and then I'll see if there's anyone else in here too. So, how do you see your two sons being released soon? Because you missed them. Okay. So they are bringing back to remembrance. I believe that you asked before, like your son, your youngest, is going to be, I think, earlier than your older son. Um, good behavior, right? Let's take a look here. And let's look at the True Heart Tarot for that. let's take a look here. Can you tell us? We'll split them out again. I believe we did that before. We split it off into two. So, older son and younger son. Okay. So we do have the judgment card, which normally doesn't mean judgment, but understanding your son's situation here. I feel like, it is the double X, which is double endings and double new beginnings. So again, I feel like that's going to be taking a little bit of time because it's like double, double kind of you know uh double the time, because I kind of feel, let's take a look at here. Yeah, because he's got the Prince of Wands. So the younger son, this is movement, this is energy, but your older son feels like they're going to be in there longer. But your younger son, that Prince of Wands, that is this page, it's this new opportunity, this new movement, this new energy. So I feel like with his situation, there does have a lot more movement again than your older son. But I feel like that, I think he kind of had that before too, because that judgment card is about this awakening, this higher calling to the higher self. And I feel like your older son is kept in this place where he's being forced to really have this connection, have this movement, have this awakening that changes his life more. And I feel like your younger son didn't, he like moved fast in his awareness and his realization. And so I feel like that's why this movement in his life is going to happen faster. Let me see if they'll tell us anything about, will it be this year? I'll ask both for if it's this year or not. So let's take a look here. So for older son, is it going to be this year that they'll be let out? Okay. And then younger son, will it be this year? Okay. I don't get a yes for this year for your older son, but I do see there's movement. And again, he's having this change of thought and belief. So he is having this movement from rough waters to calmer waters. So I feel like he was just really angry and a lot of aggressiveness that was going on with him. He's learning a lot, It's almost feel like, if they're having doing group stuff and doing different things like that, he's really learning a lot about himself and about how to like anger management in a way is what's in the back of my head. But yeah. And then your son, again, more wands, more energy here. 7 of Wands. I feel like he's in a good place. Has higher ground, but I don't feel like that's a victory huge card. So I don't feel like it's going to be by the end of this year. So for now, that they just want you to, just know that, that's where they're at and that's what's going on with them. And that's all they have to say today regarding that for you there. Just hang in there. I know it's hard for Mama Bear to miss her baby bears. Okay. All right. So let me keep looking down here. All right. And I think so. We are to you, Leanne. You had a follow-up question like, who do I pick? Will anyone? Okay. So who you pick, will anyone get hurt? So we'll take a look here. Okay, so let's take a look here. When you pick someone, will anyone get hurt in the process? Okay. No, I don't. It doesn't seem like it here, Leanne, because you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth. It's very much a nurturing type of energy, not like a aggressive one. And you have the Star card here, which is all about hope and shining bright, in darkness and all of that. And then you also have the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective. And so I kind of feel like they're also a side message of, while you're waiting for things to unfold and for things to move forward, one, don't give up hope, spend time connecting to your higher self. I kind of think that was your other message, right? And the Queen of Pentacles is about take care of you, nurture yourself, do things for you, and then, kind of move, uh, you know, hang out there in that hanged man position, and you'll know when it's the time to move forward. But they kind of have you in this taking care of you position right now. So I like that. All right, so let's get clarification. So, and I think this will be the last one. Oh, Chaos will also do yours. You'll be the last one for tonight, though. I want to look into that dream that Portia had. Okay, Rockstar. Yeah, we can ask for clarification there. Okay. But let's take a look here, Portia. You never know, Rockstar. Maybe they Googled you. They got all that information off the internet. All right, let's take a look here. So, okay. No. Tell us what. So this vision, this dream, can you give us clarity on what that meant, especially with that frog? Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of Six of Swords coming in here with the change of mindsets, change of way we're looking at things. But yeah, the Nine of Pentacles has a lot of thoughts around that individual Portia, and this is moving from rough waters to calm waters. The way that we're investing all that, and so I really feel with that frog, it's like um, the vision. Um, I just really let me get some. Yeah, you got the World card too, just endings and new beginnings. The ending of stuff. So I know it's weird that if it was like an intimate dream, but I almost feel like it's like, this will be this end. This will be it was something that was emphasized in the dream about, no, not this, not this, not this. It's like it's a frog. It's not, and it doesn't turn into a prince. It's a frog. I don't know. Don't know why that's coming up and why all this ending and moving on and, you know, move on, move on, move on. I'm coming through with all that. But so we'll take a look here. So let's see. So we'll take a look here, Chaos, for you. Oh, you wanted the right or wait? Let me go grab that. Wow. That one came flying out. Well, you've got the Sun card, which, and you got the Justice card too, which is the balancing out of things, and the Ace of Swords about cutting away old expectations and old ways of looking at things, connecting to the higher place. The sun is there, which is about you know um, brightness and victory and the sun shining upon it. So it's a positive message there. So when you're asking any chance of going back to work on the res through Department of Interior, I feel like there is a possibility for you to do that, but it's about how, because that letting go, that justice, the balancing out of expectations, the balancing out of things, and maybe it's that things have to balance out um, in areas of your life first, but especially with that Six of Wands, I mean the Six of Swords that came up with your change of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. I feel like that's what it's saying, is like that has to finish, and then there's opportunities that can open up with that as well. So all right, so we're going to take a look here, Rockstar. Yeah, I don't know why all that came through, but evidently, and that's what they brought through. But let's take a look here. We'll see. Last Wednesday, like about you, that so interested you. Hey, Misha, you got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is like the Midas. They see you as someone who is, you know, um, maybe you carry yourself off as successful in business or whatever. They just saw you as like, oh wow, you look like you have your stuff together, and the Ten of Pentacles is about abundance and all that. So it's like, so that's what came up first with that Midas and all of that. Could be that you remind her of, or you remind them of someone. So all that, um, that they feel like you are successful, and I don't want to say like they think you're rich, kind of, because that makes it, they're not like a money bunny or whatever they call them. It's, they were just like, oh wow, you're wealthy and stuff, and there's all this other stuff maybe that triggered in the back of their mind, that you remind them of someone, and so they just kind of lump you in with them, that could always be as well. But yeah, because this popped up, so maybe remind them of uh, someone that they were with before, and that all that just comes with it, preconceived ideas all attached together. But that's what I got there for you, Rockstar. All right, so, and then Leanne, fine, you wanted to will it be soon? Okay. Yep, I do. Eight of Wands is about a lot of energy coming fast and quick. So I feel like that is going to be sooner than later. You have the Six of Pentacles here too, which is my codependency awareness card. So yeah, so if you have a lover friend, that might be a reflection of that relationship there too. But being aware of that. Yeah, because you have the Empress card coming up here too, which is all about new birth, and Queen of Swords. This is about balancing your heart and your mind. But yeah, that Eight of Wands does feel like it's happening um, sooner than later, because that's about a lot of energy and movement. So it's like when something does happen, it's going to be fast. And but that codependency awareness card, it's still being aware of trying to maintain equal adult to adult relationships. Try not to go into a parent child relationship of any kind with that. So that is what we have for this evening. So thank you guys all so much for being here. I really appreciate all your love and all your support and all the likes and thumbs ups. And if you like the readings, you like the channel, please share it as well. Um, I definitely enjoy connecting to the spirit world and bringing messages. I really appreciate it. And please know that as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So thank you so much, Chaos, for helping in the chat room. I always appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good seeing everyone. I'll be back tomorrow morning because here we go on to the weekend. So happy Friday Eve to all those in these time zones, and happy Friday for those of you who are already on the other side of the world. I'll be back at 11 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow, and then again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Saturday, I also 11 a.m. Mountain. I go on Instagram at 5 p.m. on Saturdays, and then 8 p.m. back here on Saturday night, and then a couple hours on Sunday. I won't bore you with all those details, though. So everyone hang in there. Continue to send love to the world. Love, 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 love. It'll help remove and reduce the fear. And just know whatever unfolds is unfolding for us. And we'll always get through it. We'll either get through it or we won't, but in either case, we will be fine. We'll either be here getting through it all, or we'll be on the other side partying it up. So love, 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 love. All right, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. You have a great night, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.